This one proves to be the saddest one of all. Ever since I can remember, ever since I was a kid and up to now, personally for me, my perfect heaven was always the same. If I could be in a real life video game for all eternity, I'd be happy as a clam. I'd be a kid in a candy store. If I could be the real Link in the real video game world, smelling the real grass, climbing real mountains, fighting with the monsters, having a real cool Master Sword, saving the real Princess Zelda, and all the attendant gifts and rewards that come with being with Zelda. That's it, man. That's the face of God to me. So, as we start this dream, and I really am in this real video game world, I think I'm doing okay. Now, the video game I'm in seems to be a hybrid of Super Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers, and Donkey Kong. Because I see in front of me one of those brick blocks, in Super Mario Brothers, that, you use your head to hit the bottom of, and it either breaks apart, or you get a fire flower, or you get an invincible star. So, this block is in front of me, and no matter how many times I hit it, it doesn't break apart or give me an item. It just reverberates like an accordion. I can almost see 8 of it as it goes up and down, but it never seems to break. It just keeps doing this no matter what I do to it. And then, instead of anything helpful coming out of it, Donkey Kong comes out of it and attacks me, and we have a whole scuffle and everything. So, that's part of the dream I remember. In the middle of this dream, we transition to me on a wooden floor crying, actually crying. But here's the thing. At first I'm crying and I can see real tears. Then after about 5 minutes or so, it's almost like I'm fake crying, like I'm trying to cry but I can't. I have reason to cry. And then I go back to actually really crying. The tears are making the floor slippery that I actually almost slip. I'm on my hands and knees. I'm making some sort of Jimmy Swaggart confessional of all my sins and how bad my life is. How I am a disappointment to my family because of all the gifts I was given, the intelligence and so forth. I didn't really make anything of my life. And that's what I'm saying. That's a refrain I keep hearing in my head that I'm shouting out that, I didn't make the most of my life with what I was given. And it's a sad thing. And I'm confessing this to I don't know who. Suddenly, though, I turn around and I think this is a family member in front of me. But when I look up to the head, it's not quite clear who this family member is. At first, it seems to be an aunt, and then it flips around the head. It's like this ball of wind. Then it turns into an uncle, maybe. And then maybe it's actually a reincarnation of me, of one of my past lives that I'm confessing this to. But the main theme of this is I'm a disappointment. This wasn't what my life should have been. The life I'm leading now, it wasn't meant to be like this. I wasn't meant to perhaps be doing these YouTube videos. I was meant to be going out into the world and taking it by storm and going full force with all my creative dreams. And then, of course, we transitioned back to the video game. And I don't actually remember what happens, but it's just the continual fighting with Donkey Kong. And then I wake up. The feeling I had after this dream is a feeling I have a lot after I have bad dreams, nightmares, where you just feel bad. I woke up, I felt bad, angry, sad, depressed, irritable, irritated. It's like having night sweats. You wake up and your pajamas are all soaked, or if you sleep in the nude, you're naked but you're still soaked. Except for me, it wasn't this time. There wasn't physical night sweats, but it was like mental night sweats. I woke up and my head felt heavy with this burden of that my life did not turn out the way I wanted it to. And I was just left with this feeling early in the morning. The coffee didn't taste good, it tasted like dirt. The cereal tasted wooden. And I just kept thinking to myself that this dream I've been having my whole life of this video game heaven really wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Because this thing in the middle of the dream kept piercing through it of maybe this whole video game thing, you got to get past this. You got to maybe go back into reality. Or maybe it was saying that no matter how much I try to escape into video games, into this video game heaven, or at least this video game world I want to just stay in forever, reality will come back crashing into you, and you can't escape this drab world that we all live in, this earth, this human existence that we're all experiencing right now. 2014. So, this one was a downer, a definite downer. Pineapple.